Hey there, Teddy Rubskin here. And today we're talking about the Justice League some fucking more, cause shit man, everybody's fucking talking about the Justice League movie and what a fucking clusterfuck it is. You know? I mean, seriously. Actually, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about what everybody's saying about the Justice League. I didn't fucking like it. I thought it was kind of a shit sandwich. I thought it was a mess. I thought the fucking special effects looked fucking terrible. And fuck, yeah, it's a mess, right? But we're also going to talk about, Rotten Tomatoes, which right now has a score of 40%. 40%, which I'm pretty sure is going to go down over the fucking weekend, because we still haven't got the audience reaction yet. But, man, it's such a fucking clusterfuck. Seriously. It's all kinds of fucked up. But, I mean, a lot of people think that there's some kind of conspiracy going on with Rotten Tomatoes. But Rotten Tomatoes is actually owned by Warner Brothers. Why would they fuck with their own fucking movie? Fact is, they were trying to protect that fucking movie by not releasing the Rotten Tomatoes score on it until just now. They would love to fucking, make the score better if they could, but they can't control what the fucking critics say. Speaking of that, well, let's find out what the fucking critics are saying. Let's delve deeper into here and read some of the rotten reviews, because you can really learn a lot more about a movie by reading the bad reviews. So let's check it out. First one we got here is, although marginally better than Batman vs. Superman and Suicide Squad, director Zack Snyder's latest is still profound mess of a maudlin muscle, incoherent action, and jaw-droppingly awful CGI. It is big, loud, awful to look at, and oh so dumb. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's a fucking mess. And it's got awful looking CGI. Seriously. These effects look bad. This one says, finally DC's superheroes are assembled on screen at last. It's just a shame that the resulting film is a chaotic, baffling mess. Yeah, it's a mess, just like I was saying. I am legitimately bummed out about how much I disliked Justice League. Yeah, me too. I really wanted to like this fucking movie. I like fucking Batman and Superman. Why did this movie have to suck? What the fuck? As it is, it just feels like somebody haphazardly threw several ingredients into a pot and prayed that it would work. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. Unfortunately, it does not, merely leaving behind arguably the biggest stain on the DCEU yet. Oh shit. The biggest stain on the DCEU yet. What's with that term? DCEU. What does it stand for? DC Extended Universe? That's so stupid. This must go down as the single stupidest big-budget superhero motion picture ever released on an unsuspecting public by a major Hollywood studio. Fuck. Shit. That's really bad. This guy actually gave it 0.5 out of 4. That's fucking terrible shit. The good news is, Justice League is not as terrible as you feared. The bad news is, it's still a bloated, disjointed affair that makes little sense and a hash of one of the coolest superheroes. A hash? A hash? What? I don't even know what that means. The film is marginally better than last year's sour and dispiriting Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, but that's like saying that dental surgery is preferable to passing a kidney stone. Fuck, that's terrible. Mediocrity, thy name is Justice League. Fuck, that is a burn, man. That's a 6-word fucking review. Fuck, that's a burn. Here's another short one. Justice League is 1 step forward, 2 steps back affair. Yeah. 1 step forward in the right direction, then 2 steps in some fucking completely wrong direction. Yeah. A film in which solid storytelling is neglected in favor of grandiose but ultimately empty special effects. Fuck. And the special effects weren't even that good. As if watching listless characters exchange infantile monologues isn't bad enough, the villain of the week is a complete bore. Yeah. Fucking, what was his name? Steppenwolf, yeah. Steppenwolf was not a very interesting villain, The erratic and fatigue-inducing Justice League will leave moviegoers wondering where to assign the blame and where to find the exits. Wow, that's a really bad review. From the corporate logo depicting the iconic superheroes to the supervillains' flying robot army to the post-credit sequence, Justice League takes its lead from the Avengers, and the comparison does not flatter the current film. Yeah. And speaking of the Avengers, which movie, there's some obvious fucking comparisons to the Avengers. Let's go back and let's read some fucking negative reviews about the Avengers on Rotten Tomatoes, which actually has a really good fucking score. But not everybody loved it. Let's read some of the rotten reviews of Avengers. What did they say about that? This one says, really, who cares about another battle? We know how this is going to end. Yeah. Well, I mean, that you can say that about any fucking superhero movie. The bad guy's going to get defeated and the hero's going to win. And what kind of complaint is that? Okay, let's read another one. Yet another brainless, over-bloated, and mostly underwhelming blockbuster, despite marvelous visual effects. Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of like Justice League, except Justice League actually had shitty fucking visual effects. I mean, that's the one thing they should have fucking gotten right, was the fucking visual effects. But you fucked that up too, what the fuck? There are also the fans who rage in the comments, as if men in spandex are as serious as war and the economy. Is there a defensive euphoria in seeing your childhood heroes come to life? Is The Avengers a great film? No. Will people love it? Yes. Wait, is this a negative review? Okay. Let's try another one. The filmmakers play a conservative game, not setting out to make a great movie, but simply making sure not to screw it up an entire franchise. I think it means screw up an entire franchise. Screw it up an entire franchise. Well, you screwed up that fucking sentence. Fuck. But shit, yeah, that's right. Avengers tried hard not to screw up the entire franchise, but fuck. Shit. Fucking Justice League has screwed up the entire DC fucking franchise. All the movies up till now were building up to this, and this is what we fucking get. This weird fucking clusterfuck of a shit fucking sandwich that we got here. This fucking mess. This mess of a movie. I don't even know. I don't even fucking know. It's fucking terrible, dude. It really is. I mean, there was some neat stuff in it, but shit. I know you guys who give a shit about it are gonna fucking go see it no matter what. And you other guys who don't give a fuck about superhero movies are not gonna see it no matter fucking what. It's just kind of sad. Just kind of fucking sad. Yeah. It's one of the most anticipated movies of the fucking year. But it's also one of the most disappointing movies of the year. It's fucked up. Anyway, till fucking next time, keep it fucking real.
And it is Justice League movie review time, baby. Yeah.
Justice League is finally here, and you know what that means. Bring on the fun discussions. Bring on the fan discussions talking about Justice League, DC Comics, Marvel Comics, so everybody can have fun in the discussion below and not perpetuate a very toxic environment. That's reality, right? No? Oh, shit.
Holy shit, the League is together. This is amazing. We've waited years to see some of our favorite heroes on the screen together, working together, and it just never ever felt like that was happening. There was never even any hero shots. There was shots where they were all in frame together, but there was never any part where the music or anything managed to lift and make me feel anything about the movie at all.
Sadly, the threat is all too simple, and the villain is little more than a cardboard cutout baddie of the week, complete with rule-the-world ambitions that never amount to any real stakes that can be felt.
Justice League is a mess when it comes to its story. Its story is a mess. It's all over the place.
Well, I can say this. It's definitely a lot more consistent than I thought it would be for a film that is kind of directed by two people.
It feels like a film that has been through so many different people's hands. It feels like there's a whole hour cut away from the plot.
This movie was supposed to be something like 2 hours, 45 minutes, and it was recently sliced down to be 2 hours. Or I think it was the mandate was less than 2 hours. So it clocks in at like an hour, 59 minutes.
It's 2 hours and 1 minute, and that's including credits. This is due to a mandate that was sent out by Warner Brothers, forcing the filmmakers to not make a film over 2 hours.
This film is way too short. It goes by like that.
Everything is crammed in and thrown together so quick. We know that this film is more like, it was like 2 hours 40 initially when Zack had finished shooting it, and now this cut in cinemas is about an hour 50 or 2 hours.
It is incredibly too short. It is an hour and 59 minutes. It felt like an hour and 20 minutes. It felt like an animated Justice League movie.
There's even one scene where it's just like, it's done now. You're like, oh, okay, something's missing, isn't there?
The story is a mess. It's not good.
There are cool moments for sure, but they come in spurts rather than any grand confrontation or coordinated and refined sequence. It's much more like flipping through a comic without reading it in that sense. The initial confrontation with Steppenwolf is rather boring, as he simply spouts the same kind of mindless bad guy drivel that we've heard in countless movies before, and the heroes barely engage him in talking.
But as a villain, I found him very weak, because he's basically a big CGI monster in this movie, and you never really feel as if he is a presence or something really to fear.
The stakes never feel that high because the villain never feels like a genuine threat. Ironically, he feels like a cartoon villain.
The villain, Steppenwolf, trash. He is a mess in itself. And he's a mess in itself, I believe, is tied to because of the story that is chopped down and is a mess itself. So I tie Steppenwolf being whack to the story being whack.
In 2017, we've been doing superhero movies for years. I feel like this should be something that should just be easy by now to just get it right, to just make it more than just even standard. These movies should all just be great.
The CGI is terrible. It's trash. The CGI and the green screen are equally bad in this film.
You might enjoy a couple scenes here and there, but this is a very broken film, and just be prepared for that because, I mean, it's a very, very broken film.